Finding our feet is a term that we can use to know both geographically and mentally that we have found ourselves on a path with which we chose to walk on. The beginning of walking on any path in life is the predecessor of finding our feet on that same path with which you chose to walk on. As time transpires and we explore through many different scenarios within the RPG Maker gaming sphere, we have found our feet with these games in 2016. We have found the passion that was put into these titles, the fun with every movement you took with each playable character that we can move left, up, right, or down on at any given moment. We found the love that the developers of these games put into their games. There are not any big quotas to meet, there are not any big cheeses to please, there are not any business-oriented agendas to get in the way of creation because it could be financially prohibiting. Finding our feet with these games is like the Wild West. Anything goes, but with that wildness, we have some of the best gaming experiences period. Not just in the indie gaming sphere, but in the totality of gaming itself. A AAA title may not ooze that aura of passion with which an RPG Maker game can. A AAA title may not have the polish, the love, and the quality assurance with which an indie game flourishes in. These kind of games, AAA games specifically, can be tormented by countless hours of overtime with no pay and no pats on the back. Though on the other end with RPG Maker games, indie games, however they are called to you, there are no deadlines to meet, no quotas to reach, no psychological trauma that a multi-billion-pound gaming company would impose on their employees. A question that I shall ask upon to you, dearest viewer, that's right, you, has there been any other kind of game that you have played that captures the RPG Maker gaming magic? And if so, what game was it? What spurred you to play that game more and more that feels like something that you would see in an RPG Maker game? The story? Puzzles? Or the totality of the game itself? If not, then that's okay too. RPG Maker games are made during the developers' free time, likely from a busy day at work, a busy day from studying, or a busy day around the house and want to concentrate on that one non-work or study related thing that you've been thinking about so passionately to craft on all day long. Finding our feet with these games in the content creating sphere is very similar to the actual creation of these games themselves. The building blocks have been made by the creator, the knowledge of how to code or edit a video has been learnt. Now we are fine-tuning our craft to ensure that future videos or future updates of the game ensures that any anomalies do not reoccur, or at the very least cap the number of errors that could occur or reoccur. Finding our feet with RPG Maker games, whether they be a story-oriented game with minimal puzzles, puzzle-oriented games with minimal story, or meet in the middle with lots of puzzles to solve with a deep story. Finding our feet with these games have been incredibly fun, with so many more adventures awaiting to be discovered. In 2015, we have discovered the magic that RPG Maker games present themselves, including the forever talked about Ebe, the lunatic inside Mad Father, that one guy from Misa who has a thing for hands, the monster that keeps chasing us in Paranoiac. Perhaps that monster in a game is more psychological than physical. In 2016, the discovery of said games expanded from digging into paranormal horror with Paranormal Syndrome, being imprisoned in the confines of prom dreams with a protagonist filled with regret, the lifeline that we hold dear getting blown away in candles since we ran out of candles to light up, having our first lucid dream experience with Umaniki and some fan games of it, or as I mistakenly called, Yummy Nickies. all the way through to the end of 2016 with that funny insane maniac called Zack with the scythe from Angels of Death, which for the channel was our first spike in growth. No matter what game we have explored in 2016, finding our feet in these tales have been a one-of-a-kind experience that could never be topped by any other game, and especially any other game genre. Finding our feet with RPG Maker games has been wholeheartedly amazing. Thank you very much for watching up to this point. Have a lovely day.